In the news this week, the Chancellor uses his budget announcement to delay gambling reforms, councils are warned over controversial LGBT schools guidance, and peers take a stand for the unborn. Hello. The Chancellor has announced that plans to cut the maximum stake on fixed odds betting terminals from £100 to £2 have been delayed. The Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport announced the cuts to the addictive betting machines in May and said they would be implemented within a year. But Philip Hammond announced that the cuts will not come into force until October 2019, a delay of at least 6 months. Sports Minister Tracy Crouch, who was responsible for reviewing gambling policy, has resigned in protest at the delay. Crouch had spent 3 years compiling a report on the destructive effect the machines have on society. In her letter of resignation, she said the delay is unjustifiable given the scale of the UK's gambling-related problems. From the time of the announcement to reduce stakes and its implementation, over £1.6 billion will be lost on these machines, a significant amount of which will be in our most deprived areas. The Christian Institute has warned 17 councils in Scotland that they could be liable to legal action if they continue to endorse controversial transgender schools guidance. Supporting transgender young people says parents should not be told if their child identifies as transgender in school unless the child gives permission. It also says parents do not need to be informed if their child will be sharing sleeping facilities with a transgender child on school trips. Teachers are told they can approach the local authority if parents are struggling with their child's transgender identity. The Institute informed the councils that the guidance contains key errors and omissions which are liable to mislead schools as to their rights and duties. Deputy Director Kieran Kelly urged the councils to drop their endorsement.
We've been warning about this guidance for a number of months now. It is seriously misleading and tramples over the rights of both parents and of pupils. We raised our concerns with the Scottish Government and they ditched their endorsement pretty much overnight when we pointed out the legal issues that were in there. It's time for the councils to follow suit and pull the plug on their support too.
Medical consultants are concerned at a change which now permits high concentrate cannabis oils to be prescribed for pain relief in UK hospitals. The change, which was proposed by the NHS and the Home Office, came into effect on Thursday. Doctors from almost every specialist clinic in the country wrote to express their concerns at the change in law, cautioning that the proposal was rushed. Dr Rajesh Manglani, a consultant in pain medicine at St Thomas's Hospital, London, warned that the evidence is too limited to prescribe it to millions. Don't ask us to justify it on medical grounds if the evidence is not there. The cannabis-based medicines can only be used in specialist cases, but have not yet been tested sufficiently. And finally, ProLife peers have stood up against a new bid to impose abortion on Northern Ireland. The debate in the House of Lords was in response to an attempt by Lord Adonis to bring in abortion on demand up to 28 weeks. The amendment would have also imposed same-sex marriage on the province. Crossbench peers highlighted that marriage and abortion are issues devolved to Northern Ireland and that changes from Westminster would be immoral.
In a bill of such a limited and temporary nature, how can anyone reasonably suggest that an issue as contentious and sensitive as abortion should even be included for consideration? In December, we will celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which says that everyone has the right to life. There's no right to abortion in human rights law. Let's be clear about that. Nowhere does it refer in the Universal Declaration to human rights being abortion being a human rights question.
Abortion, my lords, just to place it on the record yet again, is not a human right. There is a right to life. There is no right to kill the unborn child in the womb.
I subscribe to the biblical view that human life is sacred from conception and that marriage is the union of one man and one woman for life.
The peers were debating the Northern Ireland Executive Powers Bill. It passed the House, but Lord Adonis's amendment was not included. Well, that's all for this week. For more information on all our stories and much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, Goodbye.